Good morning, everyone. Eric here from Nomadic Fanatic. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Thanks for tuning in and watching my channel here. It is a soggy, wet day in Texas. Not only that, but I'm also tracking a tornado outbreak. Yeah, closely monitoring this. I'm in the tornado zone. As a matter of fact, what happened last night is I talked to Mom and I said, Mom, look, right at you is where the tornado outbreak's supposed to be. I think I'm gonna come the day after. And then we woke up today and they changed it. Right here in Livingston, Huntsville is now the new tornado outbreak. Where I'm standing right now is where the tornado outbreak is supposed to be. So we're gonna start with an indoor activity. I'm sure you've all heard of the walls in Texas, famous Texas State Prison here. Rain's gonna pick up. Well, we're supposed to be having some flooding here, but this portion of the prison does not house inmates right here because this is part of the Texas Prison Museum, guys. I've never been here. I didn't know this was here. I didn't know this was a thing. I've obviously been to a lot of prisons, and I didn't know about this one. So I'm gonna go pay my $8 admission here, take you guys with me. And then after this, we can all enjoy our Thanksgiving dinner after going to prison. Thanks for joining me. I will be uploading this video with some Connecten internet. Check out the video description below for unlimited high-speed internet on the road. Let's go. We're inside the walls. These are obviously fake walls, but there's a replica here inside the Texas Prison Museum of the walls that's still open, and it's encased in this huge bubble right here. You'll see that big stadium right there. Up until 1986, they had the Texas Prison Rodeo held there. And these living quarters right here still have inmates in them today here. In Texas here, it's a big state, but 1 in every 50 Texans is somehow related or involved in the prison systems Texas. 1 in 50, either working, clerical, or behind bars. When the state penitentiary opened in 1849, they sported these uniforms here until 1911. Then they went to the more modern, that almost looks like Scrubs attire there. There's some old school plates and silverware there, and they don't use that anymore, but back in the day, it was made of steel instead of plastic. There's also a stinger there that for heating up your liquids, I guess your coffee water and stuff like that. But they quickly started turning those into tattoo machines and stuff like that. There's also some old Texas IDs there, inmate IDs, back before they had the wristbands that you see today. And then look, there's a pair of headphones there and a fan that almost looks like my fan from Home Depot, except see how everything's clear? Yeah, so back in the day, even the alarm clock and the coffee pot, everything was clear so that you couldn't hide contraband inside because you can see right through the alarm clock there. Because they're tricky when they hide stuff. Also, did you know that since the early 1900s, every Texas plate that you see on a vehicle was made in Texas prisons by inmates. Every single one. Even the ones that aren't custom, but especially the ones that are custom, they're all made by inmates. And they've been making them here for many, many years. In fact, here's an older machine that made those plates right here. You can see the inmates stamping them with a bunch of them, and they line them up in big shelves in the back there. Yep. All the different prison officer uniforms. She looks like a flight attendant. Fancy. And then all the different firearms that they had here in the prison. You wouldn't think that they would need a freaking machine gun, but it says that it was the standard long arm for prison guards of the 1970s. So not even that long ago, really. Look at this shotgun here. Oh, that's a gas gun used to tear gas canisters to disperse the riots. Okay, that makes sense. Of course, some pepper spray that you would just keep on you and some hard knuckles. Really? Yeah, somehow just seeing an officer wearing something like that would, like, I don't know, for most people, at least me, it would make me comply real quick because that's terrifying. Look at this thing. The SORT members would use this pepper fogger. Look how big this freaking machine is. They used this till around 2007 before using modern pepper spray. That's insane. That is insane. Some different shackles and chains throughout the years. There's leg irons so that you couldn't run if you were going to court. Look at those. Torn handcuffs. These handcuffs were torn off by strong inmates. Are you serious? That is pretty impressive, actually, because that's steel and it's bent. The old classic ball and chain here. Hey, it worked. It worked for many, many years. And then some older keys and locks of the trade. Those look like what they would use to open the doors. Yeah, the cell block doors. I've definitely toured my share of prisons in the United States. Even took you guys out to Alcatraz Island 8 or 9 years ago in California. So yeah, this is a new one for me in Texas, and this is the main one. This is the Texas State Penitentiary of Huntsville, so this is the big one. And did you know that the Texas prison system also manufactured and transported bricks for building? And here it's actually on a rail car, so it was pulled along the rail car to deliver the bricks. Here's a Rembrandt camera used to take pictures of new inmates from 1964 to 1991. They were still using this in 1991. That is impressive, actually. Wow. Of course, they got to take your fingerprints, so they would roll it on with the ink machine there, roll it right on. This is one of the old locking systems for the rows of cells. You can see an officer up here actually using it there. So I guess you would select which cell you were going to open, flip that up, and then you would have to, it says close this way, open this way, so you want to open it, go that way, close it that way. And there is a Texas cell here built for 2, but oftentimes back in the day they would have 3. They would have another cot right here by the toilet. There's your standard prison-issue toilet there. No wood seat, no soft clothes. Sink built in on the top. Yep. Over on the desk over there, I see a pair of those clear headphones on the desk. And some plastic. Plastic, not metal anymore. Oh, and a good book. See a Bible there, too. Let's see here. Ugh. It's like plastic vinyl. Okay, no thank you. No thank you. The Texas Department of Criminal Justice. If you haven't heard of the Texas prison rodeos of the 1930s, yeah, they went until, I believe, 1986. The inmates would get to participate in a huge Texas rodeo. And I'll bet that was the highlight of the year, was being a part of that. So you see them showing some clips on the screen there. Almost like gladiators of back in the day, but you know, these inmates volunteered, so it's a little different. They did it all. Bull riding, the mad scramble, the greased pig sacking contest, the wild cow milking event. What? Okay, you got the bareback bronc riding and the bull chariot race, pulling the chariot behind it. That seems sketchy. And of course the calf tie event that we still have today. A lot of these events we still have today. But look, you could take home a souvenir prison rodeo pendant there. There's even a vinyl record of the event and buckles. It's one of the old outfits. This one seems like it was made like by one of the inmates. Some of the embroidery there looks like it was a little more homemade, you know? That patch is pretty cool. Texas Prison Rodeo, the wildest show behind bars. I love it. That's cool. Well, they should sell those patches. That'd be a cool souvenir. Ooh, that's right. There was a deadly riot here at this particular prison. 1974. This is actually, I mean, they had access to a lot of tools and stuff. An inmate made this bulletproof custom welded helmet bulletproof. That's pretty crazy. And there's some of the guns that the officers had to use and the old radios back in the 70s that they used to try to regain power back. Wow. Anybody recognize that gun right there? That's the Bonnie and Clyde pistol, the one taken out of the death car. I've also taken you guys to see the death car riddled with bullets. Here in Texas, they have the pistol that was recovered from the car. Look at all the barrels on this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 barrels in that shotgun right there. Wow, that is a beast. Just so you know, in most places here in Texas, this old style of bars and 2 people in a private cell, pictured here a lot like Alcatraz with the different tiers. That's all gone away. They just open dorms now in most places. The only time you would really be open is when you came out to the cafeteria like this to eat. See this open dorm area? This would be when they were working on the farms, almost like a work camp area. And then it's just a big open area with a bunch of beds. Oh, I bet it stunk in there too. Otherwise, I don't think it'd be so bad. Look, there's not even a mattress above him right there. He's got that cell to himself, reading a newspaper. Say a little 24-inch flat TV with some Dish Network, maybe some Netflix. I'll be good. I'll be good. No, I won't. I would definitely miss traveling. I would definitely miss this awesome life that I have. Yeah, I don't want it. Oh yeah, I've always heard that barbershops are really popular in some of the older prisons. Yeah. I wouldn't have to worry too much on the top of my head, but maybe a nice shave or a trim, you know, get me lined in down there. I have a lot of pictures so you can at least see some of the old yard time here. 1978, playing some volleyball there. And then working on the fields. Looks like they're digging a hole here in 1978 also. Oh, cool. We're going to get into some of the custom art that some of the inmates have made. This was inmate Mark Cahill's custom wooden Harley Davidson. Beautiful. I mean, you got nothing but time. This is also some of the furniture that inmates have made. Very ornate. Very, very beautiful. I wonder if they sell this stuff. I don't know. This clipper ship with the sails and masses is made by a death row inmate. They don't have his name listed here, but wow. Okay, well, I'm told that some of this stuff is actually available. You can see this has a number 10 on it, and the table has a number 3 over there. So some of this stuff actually is for sale. Wow, look at that clock. It's got a big pendulum. It's not working right now, but that's cool. It says Ellis Woodshop, handmade by inmates. Okay, here we go. The contraband section. All the different things inmates have made. Wow, those look like they're made out of like wood or bones, maybe even. Here's a slingshot. Why not? Oh my gosh. What? There's nunchucks, guys. Nunchucks. Big old hatchet and a whip. That's part of a fork. That looks terrifying. Some of these, ooh, how did they get that much steel in here? Why is there a throwing star? I think somebody gave him too much time in the machine shop there. Like a pipe bomb. Wow. Yeah. A lot of stuff in here. Why would someone make a telegraph key to like send private messages out? Wow. A lighter made out of a pencil. I don't know what those are. Those aren't labeled. Somebody made a gavel with a little hidden knife built into it. Lots of metal spears and scissors. Somebody put a hole in that. I don't think I want to look at... Okay, it's just for hiding stuff, I was going to say. Oh, yeah, look, the sandals right there. There's a blade sticking out of the sandals, too. Yikes. Someone made their own working zip gun. It's an operating .22 caliber pistol. There's some tattoo guns. See, it's just a regular plug-in, and then it had to have some sort of a motor. Now this bronze piece here, I think that, is that, oh, okay. So you can really get into, how are you gonna hide something like that? The still is made from a metal milk can and copper tubing, and it was found at the Wayne unit in the hay barn. Okay, so maybe they had a little bit easier time hiding it outside. That's a pretty good looking football painting there. Looks like acrylic paint. Yeah, it is. That's acrylic. That's really neat. Wow. What a waste of talent. It's so sad. Capital punishment in Texas. Oh yeah, because sometimes rehabilitation doesn't work. Gosh. This is the actual old Sparky from the prison. Old Sparky. And they have some of the controls built in that were original to this particular chair. 361 men died in this electric chair between 1924 and 1964. With the last execution being here in 1964, the Supreme Court ruled it unconstitutional in 1972. But when the warden gave the signal, the executioner threw the switch, sending 1,800 volts through the condemned man's body, knocking him unconscious and paralyzing his brain. The voltage was reduced to 500 volts momentarily to prevent his body from catching on fire or exploding, and the executioner would then take the voltage up to 1,300 volts and then back to 500 volts, where it was held for a minute to maintain a paralysis of the brain and suspension of his body's life-supporting functions. All right, on the way out, they got lots of souvenirs made by inmates out of leather. Those are leather clocks. Yeah. They've got purses and other bags. A pistol case. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. There's some boxes here. It says domino set. Oh, that's cool. And then, oh my gosh, look at these Bibles. These Bibles are made by inmates and they're leather bound. Wow. That's impressive. They got little can koozies made by inmates. I wonder if they actually get any proceeds from these. Look at the bottle ones. Wow, that is really cool. I really, really like those. These ones all say United States Air Force, Army, nothing that just says Texas Prison. They do have all sorts of little souvenirs you can get for the kiddos, little $15 yo-yos, but they have no magnets. No prison magnets here of any kind. I cannot believe it. Out of all these displays and everything here, they don't sell a single magnet. I cannot believe that. Look at these little mini saddles though. That's cool. And they do have some belts, some leather belts here. There's some custom wallets down here too. Look at the snake skin on the end there. Nothing I have to have today, but they do have a lot of options. Actually, my current wallet is pretty old. I might want to look at one of these just to see. Well, I'll show you the wallet once we get back in here. I want to escape the rain and check all my weather apps and find out what's going on in the world. Find out if I'm still in this weird tornado outbreak bubble and which direction do I want to go. Because I don't want to overreact. I don't want to react and like go into a worse spot. Right now I'm parked on pavement. So I'll stay here as long as I need to until I figure that it's definitely safe moving forward. Let me grab my keys. Yeah, so we're still under a tornado watch all day until 7 p.m. today. I think what I'm gonna do is drive. I'm just gonna drive through it really carefully. I'm gonna be really careful today, okay? I don't wanna get stuck, and I wanna see Mom for Thanksgiving, so I'm gonna put on some miles slowly and see how far we get, okay? All right, I don't know how far we're really gonna get, but I have decided not to do any free camping areas. We're gonna stay on concrete for sure. So this is my old Harley wallet. That's my new prison wallet. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, we're just gonna take it real easy. It's just gonna be a wet, rainy, soggy day. I've got my phone volume on in case we enter an area that changes from a tornado watch to a tornado warning. So all my audio is good. Lots of thunder out there, huh, Chunks? It's crazy, huh, Chunks? Yeah, But yeah, more than anything, we're just gonna be really, really easy. Okay, lights on. Let's see, I do need to turn at least one of these fans on because that's the defroster, like that. And then, yeah, windshield wipers. Do I have them? Oh, cool. Okay. Okay. Brakes. Reverse. Around the trailer. Nobody behind me. I was basically the only one there at the Texas Prison Museum, except for one mom and like 6 kids. And they were cranky, crying kids too. I had to be really careful about filming because they were loud and screaming bloody murder. Oh, also this morning, I forgot to tell you, before I left town, oh, it's the Christmas light in there. Before I left town, I'm 44 years old now. I just went to my first ever eye exam because they were doing a special, a $99 eye exam, and you get 2 pairs of glasses if you need them. Like, something's going. I've known this for a while. I've told you guys, I can't read menus, I can't read my phone. There's so much that I cannot do with my eyes and I'm confused about it. I decided to go in and get my eyes checked. So that took about 30 minutes this morning, and they came back and the doctor and everybody said that I have stigmatism. So I need something for short term, which I have reading glasses, which I could just put on whenever I want. But also there's something else going on with my long-term vision. So I need a prescription. So he wrote me a prescription for glasses, but they got me bifolds instead. So instead of 2 pairs of glasses, I'm getting 1 pair of bifolds, which is where they have the magnetized part, the bottom half, and then regular up top for my long-term vision. Oh my gosh. I'm not looking forward to wearing glasses, but obviously I need them. They really helped when I was looking and trying them out there. So, let's see, I have a turn lane, so I should be able to turn into my turn lane here. But yeah, it takes 10 to 14 days to get my glasses, and I'm obviously not going to be here in Texas much longer. So what they're going to do instead is ship them to the nearest of their locations in Yuma, Arizona. So we'll have to go to Yuma later from Quartzsite, and that'll be December 14th-ish. So a little bit, it's going to be a while. Until then, I have my reading glasses, and my vision's okay this way. It's just he made it a lot clearer the way he was doing it. So, see, only we don't want to turn here. That was strange. We want to stay on I-45. Not too familiar with this here. We need more wipers. There we go. More wipers. Oh, weird. They like go opposite. Those aren't air powered, are they? I don't think they're air powered. I don't think they are. They might be air powered. I don't know for sure. Yeah, we can make it to Mom's. We don't need any more gas to make it all the way to Mom's. 365. I've been talking with a few friends about, would it be a good idea for me to try the truck stalls? Like if you go to Pilot or Love's, and then go to where the trucks go. Like, no, I mean the commercial gas is much more expensive than regular auto gas, diesel. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait until it's not busy at one of these, and then we'll do it that way. There is a lot of standing water on the road. I'm just pointing out, noticing a lot of standing water here. I'm in no rush. I'm in no rush. All right, I-45 north, and just take it easy here. Just gonna take it easy. The wipers seem to be working really well though. I like that. The tree's doing good. Hasn't lost any ornaments or issues, so that's good. All right, I'm coming, Mom. I'm coming. Okay, fine. Stop at Buc-ee's. Stop at Buc-ee's. Get a little break. They got really safe bathrooms in case there's ever a tornado. Yeah, their bathrooms are really safe. I'm running out of excuses to make stops at Buc-ee's. I love Buc-ee's. Hey, I can top off my diesel for a really good price, actually. They have really affordable diesel. It's almost always the cheapest in the area. So whatever it is around this part of Texas, it's going to be a really good deal here. And then I'll get with Mom, come up with a plan for things. And we're only like two and a half hours away from Dallas anyway. So yeah, we're almost there. We're almost there. And then I got the whole weekend and more on that later. More on my Thanksgiving plans later. Let's find a pump first. Let's find a pump. Boy, you can definitely tell the Thanksgiving rush and everything. Depends on how long I really want to wait. I don't need fuel right now. And it looks like there's a lot of people waiting to turn into some of these, so I don't think this is actually going to work. But we'll see. This is not a very big Buc-ee's here. Still circling around, still looking for a pump. All these cars are empty. There's nobody fueling up. There's nobody in the cars. They all do exactly what you're not supposed to do at Buc-ee's. Leave your car at a gas pump and go inside and shop. That's why they provide all these spaces for people to park and then go shop. Nobody is pumping gas. Nobody is in their car. We're all just sitting here looking for a pump. Oh, gas is on this side. Oh, no way. No way. Oh, this is awesome. All right, well, we'll top off the tank and then I'll get out of here. There's nobody in this Volkswagen Beetle, nobody getting gas, nobody doing anything, so I'll have to wait a while anyway. There we go. Pumped my gas. Then I moved my rig over here to the overflow parking to do my shopping. Public service announcement, don't be that guy. Don't be everybody there shopping inside, taking up spots. A couple things I need to get from Buc-ee's. A couple gifts for friends. And then we'll finish this trip. Head to Mom's. All right, Gizmo, I got a magnet. I got a Buc-ee's Texas magnet. These are kind of collectible because all the locations have them. They're actually two-sided, and they're only $3. So on this side, it's got the Texas Buc-ee's logo, and then over here is the unique part of it that says Texas and looks like kind of Route 66 style-esque. Yeah. So this will also be my Prism Museum magnet. Hey, it's getting sunny out there. Maybe that'll dry off some of this. I'm actually setting up my Wally receiver right now. Want to get everything going and find out what's going on with the news. I guess Ryan Hall, y'all, is live during the tornado outbreak around me, so Gizmo seems incredibly stressed about it. Yep. And then look at this, guys. I got a new ornament. It's Buc-ee's. It's Buc-ee. I keep saying Buc-ee's. Buc-ee riding a Harley. Santa Buc-ee on a hog. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Cool. You're going to put him right there on that tree. Then we're going to bend the branch back so it doesn't fall off and break. Oh, yeah. Looking good, Buc-ee. Looking good. Gizmo. Yeah. Okay. 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 Oh, cool. I still have one up here. This is the Kentucky version. So this one says Kentucky Buc-ee's, and then it has the Kentucky version right there. So they all look like that. Here's the Texas version with its unique on the other side. So, yeah. No, we're not out of the clear yet. See right here by my finger, there's still a tornado watch in this area until 7 p.m. And this talks about all of the counties and everything until 7 p.m. So let's actually take a look at the radar here and see what's going on. My cell service is not working because that is not where I'm at. That was really weird. It put me in Nigeria. What happened here? No, I'm here. This one, current location. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, it's definitely stormy around me. But look, one more light band with... okay, that's still coming before 7 p.m. That's 7:55 p.m. So that nasty one, this is what's already hit me. Going to be a little bit of a break here for a couple hours. And then 2 o'clock. There's 3 o'clock. There's 4 o'clock. 5 o'clock is the worst. 6 o'clock. And then 7. That's going to be a heavy band still passing through here. So I'm going to wait it out. It's acquiring signal right now. It's just in a couple minutes. The TV will come back up and I'll get connected internet set up. I'm gonna wait here till after the tornado threat has lifted, and then I'm gonna do some night driving tonight to get to Mom's. That's my plan, Chunks, okay? All right, buddy. Well, change of plans, guys. I don't want to get stuck there. That was lightning. Wow. What I'm trying to do now is get on the outer part of the bubble, the tornado bubble. Ryan, woo, thunder! Ryan Hall is live as I'm driving right now, talking about a tornado on the ground about 35 miles south of me. 35 miles south of Waco. So I'm trying to get outside the bubble right now, but it is not, and I repeat, not snowing. It is not snowing, and there's no chance of ice. For now. For now, because right after Thanksgiving, on the rest of my trip, it's supposed to be 25 to 30 degrees colder than normal, and right now we're 30 degrees above normal. And there's lots of snow, ice, freezing, blizzards. Yeah. These roads are caked with water, too. So, I'm trying to get outside the bubble. Quite a lightning storm show, though. Incredible. Just incredible. I had no idea that I was going to be driving through tornado areas in November for Thanksgiving. Did not have this one on my bingo card. No, I didn't. Whoa! That was bright, but it wasn't close. 3 miles. That was 3 miles away, that lightning strike. That was bright. Wow. It's a weird semi-truck. Which way you going, dude? Oh, you're turning without a blinker. Okay, I could have given you more room, but you don't use blinkers, so can't help you there, buddy. You don't want to give information away to the enemy, right? You don't want anybody to know what your intentions are. No, not Texas. There's a lot of water on these roads. I'm kind of glad I'm in a 27,000-pound bus with all this weight on the rubber. A lot less chance of hydroplaning. Oh my gosh. Can we get out of this, please? How much farther till we're on the clear? I don't know. Ooh-wee. My goodness, we made it, guys. Made it to Mom's house. I've had quite a few RVs and vehicles parked outside Mom's house for Thanksgiving. But the NautiBus is done. And so, yeah, looking forward to spending some good time with my mom. And I had decided that I'm officially going to take some time off of YouTube. So I want to wish you all a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday and end of November. I'm not going to make another video until I leave here and get back on the road heading west next month. So you guys be well. If you missed any of my videos this month, please check them out. They're still over there on YouTube. On the YouTubes. You guys be well. I'll see you on the other side. Bye-bye.